Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
They do it here. I got the ticket go.
What's going on?
I don't know what they're doing.
What's going on?
I say I don't talk to them.
It's law enforcement.
What's going on? You can still have the right to know what's going on.
Hey, my God.
Everyone back up.
Are you okay?
What are they doing?
Are you okay?
Everyone back up.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Who are they?
Islamophobia has no place in Australia. Every Australian deserves to be safe, respected and at home in our country. And what we have seen is a rise in Islamophobic attacks and abuse directed at Muslim Australians. Hate directed at one community hurts us all because our diversity is one of Australia's great strengths. And we won't as a nation let hatred divide us.
About 10 months ago, I presented the Australian government with a national response to Islamophobia, a report containing 54 recommendations shaped by evidence, expert advice and the lived experience of Muslim Australians. Today, the government has responded. For Muslim Australians who continue to experience Islamophobia in their daily lives, this has been a long wait. The government's response contains important commitments. I welcome these measures.
Islamophobia in Australia isn't new. Muslim Australians of my generation will tell you that we've lived with it for most of our lives. But for the first time in my life, there is a government that is talking about it. There is a government that's recognised it, and there is a government that's doing something about it. This response that we are presenting here today is more than just about policy. It's a response about people. It's a response that says that Islamophobia is not just a religious issue, it's an Australian issue.
When you go into any childcare centre or any primary school, one of the things that I always find is really uplifting is kids just see other kids. They don't see colour, race, religion, they just see other kids. Prejudice is something that isn't normal, isn't intrinsic to human endeavour. It's something that is taught. And political leaders have a responsibility to promote social cohesion in this country, and that's what I want to see, and I want to see this report as part of that contribution.
I think at stake is a collapse of culture.
Last month, 2 major productions announced their early closure.
It's showtime.
Beetlejuice was playing in Brisbane and Waitress in Melbourne. Both had plans for multi-city tours.
I'm not an economist, but it is very, very hard to make the numbers work with the costs of putting on a show in Australia at the moment.
There are a bunch of creatives like yourself here in Australia going, oh, I'm not sure if this gamble's worth it.
I think maybe the economic conditions we're in now have just brought the question to a head. You know, it's always been tough in Australia because we're spread out. There's not a London in Australia. What you want is to create economic conditions where people are incentivised to take a risk.
Tim is encouraging Australia to adopt a theatre tax relief scheme similar to one in the UK, which has proved successful.
I had meetings with quite a lot of senators and MPs, got half an hour with Albo, just to talk about this. It's just not always easy for governments to sell to their constituents, oh, we're going to give $93 million a year to these arty types. You know, and people are like, what do you mean? And I get that because it can feel a bit rarefied, right? Not everyone goes to the theatre. It's Pollyanna-ish, right? I dreamed a dream. I mean, but there's some version of that where we look back and go, thank goodness in 2026, 27, we recommitted ourselves to human culture.
I'm here with the actual film role for The Odyssey. Tickets for this session sold out a year ago and people have been travelling internationally to come here today.
I came from the Philippines.
I'm from Wellington, New Zealand. The movie event of the year.
And it's going to be pretty epic. What's so special about this format? And really, does it actually make a difference? You can catch this film at a regular cinema, but it's going to look a little bit different. The 70mm format uses a 1.43 aspect ratio, meaning you get 40% more image than at a regular cinema. This is Dan. He's the technical manager at IMAX Melbourne.
It also is technology that very much was sort of going the way of the dinosaurs. We decommissioned this device back in 2015. Christopher Nolan brought out Dunkirk on film, and so we basically put the projector back in. Thankfully, we held on to it.
The Odyssey was filmed on IMAX, and I'm at the only cinema in the Southern Hemisphere that's showing it the way that it was intended.
It's the highest resolution you can watch anything in. It's like about 16K.
This is the most amazing all-film movie produced in decades.
I think this is so immersive. You know, you're kind of stuck in the cinema, surrounded by the film and the experience.
If you're a fan of like a rock star, you want to watch them live. So this is the closest thing a film fan can get to a concert. So if you can, you just watch it on the biggest screen as possible.
Using this film to actually make a movie and to play it is a bit of a pain. It's really costly for a production team, it's noisy, it's hard to edit with, and then once you get it to the cinema, there aren't many cinemas in the world that can actually project it.
This way is very unique, and it captures sort of every imperfection and little crumb of dust, and you know, there's something magical about hearing the sort of the whir of the projector. So this is the actual 1570 console. This is what will play the projection and actually start the rotor spinning. You can see how Becky and brand new the technology is there.
Projectors like this were decommissioned around the world, but some are firing up again with the release of the Odyssey, and filmmakers are taking note.
Because he's sort of championed this format so much, you know, we have other directors that are shooting on film again and getting film converted even when they've shot digitally to IMAX film prints, because they know it's such a sort of in-demand format and people want to see it like that. There's something really magical about coming to the cinemas, switching off, disconnecting, and watching something sort of real and raw, like an actual film reel, and hearing sort of the whir of the projector, or knowing there's someone physically up there running that show. It's sort of, yeah, there's something really, really
拍照特别好看。